Hello, today is the 28th of February 2012, and I think I got the audio right on this one. Welcome to today's analysis. I did this before, put the wrong audio file with it, so if you watched it, one of the first 20 or so, well, you got the visuals but not the audio. So let's get going here. Yesterday I was stating when the market was up towards here that it could have been that this is that failure bringing the fast move higher, which obviously was the case. That's not always the case, which is why I talked about maybe it was going to extend the range. And ironically enough, within this current high, silver's right now at 37, but it got up to 37.22, which means that this first Fibonacci band is perfectly at the previous resistance level. And this band is within this line as well. Really no big surprise. That's usually the way it works, that it somehow, some way tops within that level. What I would not expect it to happen, or what I would not expect to happen, is for the market to go up a little higher. So this band, say, comes here, and then this band comes there or here. That just doesn't make any sense to me because it doesn't happen too often. But we'll change the Fibonacci lines to match the last breakdown level, which is right in here. So as of now, with the high of 37.22, if there's any further retracing, the first significant level you'll be looking at will be that of 36.38. Let's now move on to the gold and silver ratio. As over the last 3 days, I was noticing something interesting, and that was at the end of last week, how well 50 was being held as support. And then yesterday, it was resistance rather than support, and today it's breaking down pretty much. This is as of lunchtime, or around that time frame today, New York Standard Time. And this tells us that this is a move purely on silver, as it's well outperforming the price of gold. If we take a look at the gold-silver ratio over a longer period of time, I think the big significant level is this low and this high, which works out to this Fibonacci level here. This is automated, and you see it's going higher. That means a little like nothing to me, although I'm the one that created it, but sometimes automated works well. There's really no support until this most previous level down towards the 45.5 to 46 level. So maybe this thing is going to continue on going. Again, don't really know. Daily chart, there's not much to go over. Gains of over 4% today. I think what's important to realize that if we continue further, the most realistic thing is this line will move up to this area here. And for that to happen, it actually has to go up pretty high, or at least break 40 for it to happen. But not much more to say. The previous resistance level has been taken out. So before, when we got there, I was saying, now we're there. Now what? Well, the what was 2 days of sideways consolidation breakdown. Now I'm not looking at this level as resistance merely. I'm now looking at it as support. Let's move on to the 3-day chart. And the trend line that been looking at has finally been taken out, barely, pierced above. And that's a trend line that connects this high within these lows. Also, what we're seeing is that it's broken past this level. So when you have a nice little breakout past this area, you're now expecting to go to the next significant level, which happens to be upwards to 39 per ounce. And with that being said, if you go in now, your risk is a lot bigger than your reward. So you're risking basically 2 units to win 1, if of course this is where you would place a stop order, or wherever it happens to be, because it's not uncommon for it to maybe come back down to support and build some sort of base before it makes it there. But it's again not uncommon just to keep going higher until it's ready to top, sort of like we have seen before in the past. So that would be the area that I'd be looking for. But if you're looking for Fibonacci confirmation, I think it would be better to look at it on the weekly chart or a different Fibonacci range. So instead of using this low to this high, you can use the same high, but to this low, which has not broken down or given a failed rally because it needs to find a confirmed breakdown below here. That's a long ways away now. And it's now gotten back above this, so it's went from neutral within this entire range to now looking to be going into a bullish set. It was bullish in here, but it really didn't confirm that it was going to hold and stay above here. And this hasn't either, but it's doing a lot better. Not only because it's higher, but because you had 3 consecutive weeks trading in this sideways consolidation band. And then you've a break in above it. So it looks like we're going to at least go up to this 38 level. And now we got this previous resistance in here. That was also a previous support as well. But a significant level nonetheless, because that's what the 3-day chart needs to be bullish, meaning making this a failed move. Alrighty, so I don't think there's much more to say. Yes, the bands, this band is rising higher. This band is going lower. So if you're used to Bollinger Bands, these work very similar to the way Bollinger Bands work. They're calculated probably very similar as well. And when they start to creep in like that, volatility's been lower, and it can often say, get ready for a big move to occur. Now, maybe some might say that this breakout pattern is that first failed move before it heads to the downside, and that surely could be the case. But at the same point, we had this failed breakdown in here that's led to higher moves. So one of them is going to be a failure. Just not too sure which one will be the case. Now, when you get to areas where you look like you're really, really overbought, or you've came a long way in a short period of time, then majority of the time, then that's going to be an area where it's going to be resistance and either correct through price or time. But the minority of the time means that you continue to go further. But when you have the minority of the time situation occur and it continues to go higher, then within those situations, the majority of the time, the volatility moves will increase along the way. All right, so I'll try to get the right audio in, because I know how the mistake took place for not putting the last audio in. And of course, I deleted the audio file from before, so I had to totally do the video. Yeah, alrighty. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.